Welcome to Friday Night Hoops on SEC Network Plus as we welcome you to Rocky Top and the Food City Center, where tonight the Tennessee Lady Vols open up their home slate for the 2025-26 season against the Buccaneers of East Tennessee State. Both teams look to lay claim to their first win in this still infant season. And welcome courtside to the Summit, everybody, alongside former Tennessee Lady Vol Camera Harris. I'm Cruz Martin and Cam. Both of these teams coming off of losses to begin their season. They're going to rely heavily on their stars here today. Of course, that's Carmen Richardson for ETSU and Talaysia Cooper for Tennessee. Or maybe not. Paldo knocks down a three. Garzone got a triple. Late shot clock situation for the Lady Vols. Cooper's got to hoist one and knocks it in. Would you expect anything different from Talaysia Cooper as we hit the 1 minute mark here in the first? Wow. Talaysia Cooper knocking down another three. Clark now has been awesome all day. Down low, Gibson in the post. Counted in the foul. Hurst. Paldo, long three, and she got it. And a big smile from the freshman as we head to the third quarter break. Hyman down low on Somvik, and she stuffed it. And the offensive rebound, she couldn't put it in. Meister clears it for Indiana. Chesky, pass down low, and Somvik counts it off with a layup.
That's so fun. I can imagine playing with Meister.
Spearman banks in a three. Third three-pointer of the night for Spearman.
Mason Camp was on target.
Brown got a three. Bryce Brown from downtown, and Orleans retakes the lead by three. And it's not always in the conventional way, whether it's getting a defensive stop as Z Spearman has an opportunity for a three-point play. 6-7. I still don't really know what that means, Cam, but the kids love it, so we got to go with it. And, yeah, everybody having a good time here at the Food City Center as basketball season is officially back here in SEC country. One final quarter to go here between ETSU and Tennessee. You know, you've played in home openers before and season openers. What is that feeling like, knowing that you're starting a new season, especially here in front of your home crowd? It's got to get you excited.
Yeah, I think it's a mix of feelings. You know, I think that's one game as a player that you never forget how you're feeling. You might not remember how much you scored or, you know, what exactly happened, but you remember the feeling you get for your first game. And I think it's a lot of excitement there. You know, all summer you're playing against guys, you know, your practice players, and you're working out with your strength and conditioning coach. So I'm sure they're excited to just play against, you know, other teams, you know, aside from themselves. That's one feeling. But I also think there's a level of nerves. They're probably out of it now, but, you know, there's a lot of anticipation. So there's a lot of nerves there as well. But, you know, they look great. They settled in great. And so I'm sure right now it's just that excitement for them.
Ryan Paldo back into the game. Down to 10 on the shot clock. Robertson down to 5. Robertson down to 3. Trying to leave it off underneath for Latham. And they turn it over. Nelson on the break. Nobody stopped her except the rim. France got the rebound and is tied up underneath by Robertson. Jump ball is going to keep it on this side of the floor. Now Kennedy Youngkin will sprint over from the ETSU bench and check in as well as Sabria Monsanto. And for this ETSU team, obviously the result is not what you hope for, although knowing this Tennessee team, they kind of expected something of this nature to occur. But I thought it was really interesting what Brenda Mock-Brown told us before the game, talking about winning possessions. 7 out of 10 possessions is what they try to win. And it's not always in the conventional way, whether it's getting a defensive stop as Z Spearman has an opportunity for a three-point play. It's not always in terms of getting stops or scores, but more so being able to do what they want to do. And then, obviously, by the time SoCon play comes around, that'll translate.
It goes just back to execution, you know, and those small wins within the quarter. Those small wins will build up. So when they are playing against other teams in their conference, they're executing them at a high level. When you're a smaller team playing against these bigger teams, you know, you don't necessarily, you always play to win, but you don't necessarily have that expectation in mind. It's really about working on you and getting your stuff together so you can take it with you as the season goes on.
Well, every game is an opportunity to get better. And ETSU's taking that to heart tonight. One short, and Latham pulling her way for that rebound. Floored Monsanto. And she got flagged for the foul as well, so a double whammy right there.
That was a great rebound though by Lathan. I mean, she jumped up and went to go get it. She didn't wait for the ball to come to her. She was strong with it. Just such a good job by her to go grab that board.
The game is checks back in. Hood to the bench. Token pressure put on once again by this Bucks team. What a crossover from Civil. And showing that lateral quickness. Barker's stuck, has to get rid of it. Paldo fills in. Now she'll split a double team. What a wraparound pass, but it was intercepted. And Santo the takeaway, and then a foul in transition is going to go on Mia Paldo.
I mean, obviously not a turnover you want, but such a good idea. I mean, that was a beautiful pass. Good job by ETSU to step in and to deflect it. But, I mean, again, as a freshman, having that IQ and just knowing that your teammate and Barker is right there, I mean, a good play. But good job by Monsanto to step in and to deflect that.
Beautiful backdoor cut. Monsanto got the roll to go. And so back-to-back good plays for Sabrea Monsanto. First the steal on the wraparound, and then getting the lucky bounce on the pull-up J. Zone put out by ETSU. Tennessee trying to figure out how to decipher it. That would have been a good way to do it had it gone in. Go over the top of the defense instead of through it. And a foul called on Tennessee off the missed shot.
And again, you have a taller players in Tennessee that they can just shoot over ETSU. And if you're ETSU, you know you can't control your height. They can look at the basket above you, but you have to still get into their space and at least make it uncomfortable for them as much as you can.
Well, you can teach heart. You can't teach height. But always having the heart is a big thing for teams, especially smaller teams like ETSU. Nelson driving. Can't finish again. Another point-blank miss for the Buccaneers. There have been numerous occasions where that has happened. That would have been a highlight play for Kanaya Boyd. Instead, McCamus ended up with it. And then Tennessee got it right back.
There's been a lot of turnovers for ETSU tonight. Tennessee's length, their arms, getting into those passing lanes, making that ball handler be uncomfortable. They're getting a lot of steals tonight.
Richardson's had a quiet night. Just hasn't been able to get going offensively. I guess this long and lengthy Tennessee team, it's no wonder why. Take another look at that beautiful dish from Maya Paldo to Melissa Latham.
Tennessee's doing a good job of not just staying outside the paint when they see their guard driving in. They're also diving in with them to make themselves available.
5 on the shot clock. Down goes Richardson. Another turnover. And then another turnover. This time it was Civil who shuffled her feet. As she trying to bust out the break. And so Tennessee, as soon as they get it, gives it right back. It's been a tough night for Carmen Richardson. We highlighted her in the pregame as potentially being a game changer for this ETSU team. 21 points against Elon on Monday. Just 2 points tonight, 0 of 10 from the field, including 0 of 5 from beyond the arc. And a 5-second violation. Pardon me, timeout. Brenda Mock-Brown was able to call it in time. And so we'll take a break with them. 80-33, Tennessee on top of ETSU as we hit the home stretch here from Knoxville. And welcome courtside here at the Food City Center, everybody. Alongside my partner, former Tennessee volleyball player Abby Clark, I'm Cruz Martin. And welcome courtside to the Summit, everybody. Alongside former Tennessee Lady Vol Camera Harris, I'm Cruz Martin. You got a quick turnaround. You play in 2 days on the road against UT Martin. What's going to be the key to getting this team turned around and ready for that game? Welcome back to Allen Arena. Lipscomb victorious over Seton Hall in 4 sets, 3-1. I'm with Berkeley Mishler, our player of the game. Game high 15 kills for you. What was working so well for you today? Coach, congratulations on the win. After a bit of a rocky start in that first set, you guys settled in really nicely over the last 3. Coach, I was talking to you right before we came on air. I said your team has a lot of fight. You have to admire that from your team, especially this early in the season. What's going to be the key to cleaning up those errors as you face your 3rd top 15 team in the first 5 games of this season on Sunday? Well, my expectation is that this is going to be one of the best championships the ASUN's seen in quite a while. Like you mentioned, this Lipscomb team great on both sides of the ball. There was a lot of times where they got deep into the shot clock and had to force up some shots they probably didn't need to force up. And there were a couple of times, though, where they got in those situations and they were able to attack the basket. They were able to find quality looks, and most of the time they were able to knock them in. Congratulations, sectional champion. You're smiling now. How does it feel?
Good. It feels really good. I'm so excited to have another week with them.
Where are you going to put that net?
Probably on my nightstand.
Z Spearman to lead the way tonight following a 3-point outing. Her 24th game in double figures, just her 2nd 20-point game of her career. Well, that's going to do it for us here from Rocky Top. For our producer, Allison Paris, our director, Isaac Fowler, for former Tennessee Lady Vol Camera Harris, I'm Cruz Martin saying so long from Knoxville. Here's the handoff. Newton gets it left side, driving down to the free throw line. Here's the lob upstairs, and a thunderous dunk from Samson Johnson.